video, what we are going to learn is we are going to learn how to make income statement when we are provided with incomplete records or single entry, or when full double set of entry is not kept. In my last videos, we were doing the question which we were doing. It was by 2015 P21QC. Question number A, part A and part B, we have already done. So I would request you that please open your notebooks to the pages where you have done A part and B part. So what we did in that was that we calculated in A and B part. What we did was we calculated in A part, we calculated sales, which was 58,300, and we calculated in B part, we calculated purchases, which was somewhere around 28,500. These two figures we have already calculated. The other thing is that whenever the examiner is going to give you question from this, he will questions from incomplete records, he will provide you with, or the given information would be given info. It will be opening balances, opening and closing balances, and closing balances. This is the piece of information which he will give you, at least he will provide you with this, and the summary of cash or bank account. I'm going to change my marker, it's not writing well. Okay, so what next? Now the question is that we have to prepare income statement for the year. Now the question is that we have to prepare income statement for the year, and what we are provided with? We are provided with this information. This is the question, and now please open the question paper as well. The question is from the books of Arden. The following information was obtained from the books of Arden. Now when we have to prepare the income statement, what do we do at the very beginning? We write revenue or sales. And for the reference purposes, you can write part A, that this revenue was calculated in part A, which is, this is dollar sign, 58,300. After revenue, what do we write? We write cost of sales or cost of goods sold. And the composition of cost of sales is, what do we write? We write opening inventory. As I stated earlier that the examiner will give you the opening and closing balances. This opening inventory is given in the question. The opening inventory is given in the question with the value of 9350. Then we write purchases. Purchases are 28,500. We have calculated in part B. 28,500. Then we have purchases return. Now purchases return is given in the question. If you see, it says purchases return is of 3,800. We are going to subtract it, and then finally what do we have? We have closing inventory, and once again this is also given, which is 8650, and I'm going to subtract this as well. And after doing all these, what do I get? I get 25,400, and when I'm going to subtract it as well, what I'm going to get is, that is 32,900, and this is my gross profit. All in all, class, what you need to understand is that till gross profit you need not to do anything new. Revenue you have already calculated in part A. Purchases you have already calculated in part A. Opening and closing inventory will be given in the question. What you all need to do is you just need to incorporate the figure. Purchases return, this is also given in the question. What you need to do is you just need to incorporate the figures and you are going to get marks. After this gross profit, what do we have is, we have other incomes. Other incomes. In other incomes, I have discount received. Now, discount received in other incomes is 910. 910. The total I would get is 33,810. 33,810. Now comes the tricky part where examiner is going to assess your intelligence. Once again, discount received will also be given. Now what we need to do is, we need to mention expenses. Now, there would be several expenses. We are going to cross-check expenses from the summary of cash and bank account and from the opening and closing balances. How? First of all, what I need to do is, I am going to mention the expenses which are straight ahead without any adjustments or without any working. Those are, first of all, wages. It's given in the question. Wages, that is 15,200. Wages, it is 15,200. After wages, what expenses do I have? I have discount allowed. Discount allowed. Now, discount allowed is 2,700. Once again, already given in the question. I am not doing any working. I am not doing anything. I am just incorporating the figures. Bad debts. Bad debts amount to $1,800. Bad debts amount to $1,800. Now comes the working part. Now, what is the working part? Now, what I need to do is, I need to calculate the depreciation. What do I need to calculate? I need to calculate depreciation. Now, there are two ways. One is the statement method and the other one is the account method. I would request that you people should understand the account method or the T account method. It is going to help you a lot in your A-levels. Now, what is that? I am going to make a T account of my assets and I am going to incorporate values. Now, in my assets, he says non-current assets at valuation are for 18,000. Assets, the opening balance of assets by default is on debit side, and which is 18,000. This is opening balance, and the closing balance is, and this is also given, the closing balance is 17,200. 17,200. I am going to change my marker once again. My apologies for the inconvenience. 18,000, 18,000, and now you see, in the beginning of the year I had assets of 18,000. By the end of year I am having assets of 17,200. I have not disposed of, I have not bought anything, any new thing, but the value of my assets has decreased. Why the value of my asset decreased? Because of depreciation, and the depreciation is 800. I am going to give the reference of working one, which is 800. Yes. Now the next thing is journal expenses. The next working is of general expenses. Working 2. For working 2, once again, what I am going to do is, I am going to grab my this portion and I am going to do the working 2 once again over here in this very account. The good thing about accounts is that it is acceptable and it is applicable in every situation. Okay, now the information which I have with respect to my journal expenses, it says that the journal expenses are owing. What does the word owing mean? Owing means that it was your liability. Last year you had to pay, but you did not pay them. So the owing of journal expenses is 2,300, and the liability is always of credit nature. Opening 2,300, and closings are also owing, that those are 1,600, and closings would be mentioned. Closings of liability is always on debit side, as opening of the liability is on credit side. Furthermore, during the month, I have paid 7,900 with respect to journal expenses. What have I done? I have sorry, my bad. I have paid expenses of 7,900. Okay, I have paid expenses of 7,900. What I am going to do is I have paid them. My cash is credited or my bank is credited. There was decrease in asset, and on the other hand, in expense there was increase in expense. Increase in expenses debited bank, and it was 7,900. Now what I am going to do is I am going to balance these. 500, 1 carat, 9,500, 9,500, 95 minus 75, and then 370, 200. Now this figure is going in income statement as a journal expense, which is 7,200. After this, I am going to do the totals. The totals are 27,700. I am going to subtract this, and what do I have is I have profit for the year. Profit for the year, which is $6,110. $6,110. This was gross profit. All the figures were given in the question. The only workings which I had to do were of depreciation and journal expense. Now the question may appear to be very dreadful or very difficult, but in reality what you need to do is you need to be calm, you need to control your nerves, and you just need to incorporate figures. I hope it was good learning for you.